Listen to me. If there was a wise man who would ever think of this, they would say in order to be superior to the man, you've got to be the man. For I am the man himself.
Congratulations are in order to former Major League manager and former Pirates manager Jim Leyland on being elected to the National Baseball Hall of Fame through the Veterans Committee in 2023. What's going on, guys? This is the Club of the Man 1993, and I'm here to give my personal congratulations to Mr. Jim Leyland as well, who was elected back on December 3rd, 2023, again, by the Veterans Committee, who each year, one year they elect managers, one year they elect some players who have already been on the Hall of Fame ballot, but didn't get voted in on the 10 years that they were eligible for the ballot. And also, I think umpires or other coaches, I think every 3 years they basically, change like a 3-year cycle pretty much. This year it was managers. And there's 16 votes because there's 16 people on the committee, and you have to get at least 12 to be elected into the Hall of Fame. Well, this year, one person received the right amount of votes, Jim Leyland, who got 15 of the 16 votes. Of the other 7 nominees, the next closest was Lou Piniella. Oh, good old Lou. I always love Lou Piniella, but of course, Jim Leyland as well. He came to the next closest with 11 votes, one short. And then he was one vote shy also in 2019 as well, when he was on the ballot as well. Former National League President Bill White received 10 votes. And the other 5 nominees received 5 or less votes, which were Cito Gaston, former Blue Jays manager, Davey Johnson, Ed Montague, Hank Peters, and Joe West. All received fewer than 5 votes. Jim Leyland managed 22 seasons in the majors. Starting in 1986 with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Spent 11 seasons there. He had 3 straight National League East titles for the Bucks from 1990 to 1992, as well as Game Manager of the Year in 1990 and 1992. And of course, there's that famous 1992 Game 7 of the NLCS when the Pirates lost the Braves in walk-offs, in a walk-off fashion, whatever it was, when Sid Bream scored the winning run. Excuse me if I didn't say so. And after that, the Pirates, of course, went on that long streak of losing seasons and did not have another winning season until 2013. Leyland would depart the team following 1996 season, and he would go on to be the Florida Marlins' new skipper, which apparently I think he's going to go into the Hall of Fame as a member of the Marlins, which surprises me, but of course I think that's not happened yet for the Marlins. You would think maybe the Tigers, but the Marlins, though, was the one who gave him his only World Series ring. So I guess I understand there. Of course, he got the job in 1997. They were the expansion team, and he brought the Marlins their World Series victory in only its 5th year of existence. However, though, the Marlins went to a huge fire sale mode afterwards, and then led to a 108th season in 1998, in which Leyland would resign as manager. He then became manager for the Rockies in 1999, but he was frustrated trying to work with pitchers in the thin air environment, especially one I think off the top of my head, Darryl Kyle, rest in peace as well to him. And Leyland resigned from that post after just a single season there, and he went on to become a scout for the St. Louis Cardinals until he returned back to his manager's role before the 2006 season with the Detroit Tigers. And that season, Leyland led the Tigers, who were just getting through a rebuilding stage, led them to the playoffs as a wild card team, and reached the World Series before they fell to the St. Louis Cardinals in the 2006 World Series, which is a bummer. But during his time, I believe in his 8 seasons, I think it was with the Tigers, he had 7 seasons over 500. He would make the postseason 3 more times, including a World Series appearance in 2012 before they got swept by the Giants. After a 6-game losing streak to the Red Sox in 2013 in ALCS, Leyland decided to retire from managing, and he did return to the dugout though in 2017 when he helped the United States get to the 2017 World Baseball Classic. His resume consists of a career record as a manager of 1,769 wins and 1,728 losses, so he's over 500. 8 playoff appearances, 3 league pennants, the 1997 World Series Championship. He's 18th in all-time manager wins list, 17th in the all-time list of total games managed. He's also a 3-time winner of the Manager of the Year award, as Leyland added the 2006 trophy to his 2 awards from his days with the Pirates in 1990 and 1992. Again, he's also definitely a beloved figure around the sport as well, outside of the dugout as well. So it's very well respected. He will be inducted on July 13th, and he'll enjoy any other players who may get elected on the writer's ballot by the national press. So whatever the heck they actually call them, those will be announced on January 23rd. They also mentioned that the 16-year committee consisted of the players, Hall of Fame members Jeff Bagwell, Tom Glavine, Chipper Jones, Bud Selig, Ted Simmons, Jim Thome, Joe Torre, MLB owners and executives Sandy Alderson, Bill DeWitt, Michael Hill, Ken Kendrick, Andy MacPhail, Phyllis Marriage, whatever I pronounce it, and then media members and historians Sean Foreman, Jack O'Connell, who usually makes the calls, and Jesus Ortiz. I think Leyland definitely deserves this honor for sure. Like I said, he guided the Pirates to several playoff appearances, several titles. He led the Marlins to their first ever World Series championship in 1997, won on the Edgar Renteria walk-off single, and even the Detroit Tigers, who just 3 years before he took over had one of the worst records ever with 43 wins and 119 losses in 2003. Ouch. But we're able to rebuild, and again, like I said, in his 8 years as manager for the Tigers, 7 of them were over 500. And after a while, it was kind of like the Tigers were a team that, they were expecting to win a World Series. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. So after a couple attempts, then he just felt it was time to move on to somebody else who's going to get them to the World Series. Unfortunately, it didn't happen because they went into rebuilding mode shortly after there for a few years. But again, they're kind of making their way back up again. But yeah, I definitely agree that he deserves this. Jim Leyland will be elected to the National Baseball Hall of Fame with 15 of the 16 votes for the Veterans Committee. And again, we'll probably see who gets inducted next year through them. And of course, we have 2024's Hall of Fame ballot coming up with Adrian Beltre, Joe Mauer as a couple first-timers on the ballot as well. Could this be the year, of course, Todd Helton gets in? Andrew Jones is making a strong push. Gary Sheffield is on his last year of the ballot, so we'll see if he gets in. I don't know if he'll get in there, but I can see him being elected through the Veterans Committee one day. Because last year it was Fred McGriff who got elected through the Veterans Committee. But we'll wait and see. So guys, what are your thoughts on Jim Leyland being elected to the National Baseball Hall of Fame? Any good memories Jim Leyland have as well? Make sure you guys leave your thoughts again down in the comments section below. Be sure as always also to slap a like on the video and subscribe for more content on my channel. Follow me on Twitter as well at the Club of the Man 93. And you may also follow me on TikTok and Instagram at the Club of the Man 1993. And until then, guys, I'm checking out. I'll catch you guys all later. Make sure you stay tuned for some more baseball news as we have plenty more transactions to talk about. And do not forget, guys, in order to be superior to the man, you've got to be the man. for I am the man himself. And that is not just an opinion, my friends. That is a fact of life. Yeah!